What's up? What's up? What's up? I think we are live at this point. Let me go ahead and check my audio. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I actually had to go back to the house again because we happened to have forgotten our power. You know, when you go live, it really kind of. Let me check my audio. Okay, when you go live, it really kind of draws power from the battery, whatever. But anyways, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you stopping in for the live stream. Having a little bit of a technical difficulty with my laptop and the internet Cat 6. So bear with me if it does buffer or whatever. I just think to be honest with you, I've had this laptop for like 6 or 7 years. So I just think the connection's starting to go on it. I think that's when we get that buffering all the time when our when we have internet issues. I think that's actually from where we're typing on the computer. It's just whatever. But appreciate you guys for dropping in tonight. We're going to be talking about 387. We're going to be talking about NMRA, and we're going to talking about how slow my car really is. I mean, it is what it is. We've done pretty well last couple of weeks, so I'm very humbled to be able to say, to make a little bit of money on our little hobby that we do. But we will talk a little bit about it. About the future of our stick shift journeys. So first off, I want to say thank you to the guys in green. Those are my channel members. Every week we talk quite a bit and blog on the channel only, the channel member only. I keep those guys pretty updated. I do apologize for the lack of information this past week. We've been pretty busy, so big shout out to my guys in green. What's up, Super Dave? One of my channel members, one of my most active channel members in the channel, and he does help us out quite a bit. So I appreciate everything that you do for us, Super Dave. Thank you so much. Jimmy Willie's in the house. What's going on, bro? We didn't give away some banners last week. So I did actually I had a member send me, and I do appreciate you, Wes. He did kick me back another $20 for sending him a banner because the banner went to Canada and the banner was like $37 to ship. But I mean, it is what it is. I appreciate him just following the channel. So, I mean, I'm not going to deny sending a banner to Canada just because it's the shipping's high. So we do got a couple banners we will be giving away tonight. So the T56 isn't with us right now. The No Prep T56 points one that we were giving away at the end of the year isn't with us right now. It's actually in the trailer. So we're going to be setting that back up. So if you guys aren't curious what I'm talking about, we do a lot of stick shift racing here on the channel. We're pretty much kind of coming towards the end of the season. So there's a lot of races coming up. We had a race this past weekend. Matter of fact, we raced like 4 weeks in a row. It'd be nice to kind of take a break this weekend, but it's going to be nice to take a break. And then like when winter comes, it's going to be like, damn, I wish I was racing. So you got to do what you can do. I mean, you got to stay motivated, get your shit running. Matter of fact, my buddy here in live chat right now, McBride Racing, he just got his shit fired up. So he's getting off the jack sand soon, if not already. So I do appreciate your effort getting your car running, because I know that thing was on top of, having to work every day. And, him and his dad would be in the shop, just busting ass. They were kicking some ass on my coupe half the year and, getting it welded up and straight and making sure that my car was going to go straight going down the track. So I do appreciate what their effort and time to put into that. So Lamar's in the house. What's up, brother? Appreciate you. So we do have an engine that we built for Lamar. So we do have an update. I was going to tell him in chat, but we will have your motor ready for Bowling Green. We will be passing it off, and it will be completely rebuilt. I'm going to go ahead and give that tidbit. So we're going to be doing a video on it this week. So I wanted to let everybody know that, Lamar bought an engine from us, 6 months ago. We brought the Trooper Coupe home, and it was an absolute, it was absolutely tore up. That's what Steve McBride told me. He's like, this car is bent, bro. Well, it's going to go straight now, but, thanks to them, welding the shit up. But we did get a engine. The engine that came out of that was just a 306 rebuilt. It had Flowtech heads on it, but we had to go through that whole engine. I took it apart here on the channel on one of the videos that we did, and it was just, nah, dude. I'm not, the car, I mean, the motor was fresh, but it wasn't new. And so we are going the extra mile, Lamar, and I think you're going to appreciate that. you will have a Neo built engine, and that shit will be nice. So you should be good to go, brother. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be the guy that sells an engine for cheap and doesn't, care about, what happens to it after that. It's got to be right, or doesn't leave my shop. Nick Larson, man, I appreciate you joining the channel. Check out that join button, guys. Be part of the channel. Yeah, I do appreciate those guys in green. Anyways, what's up, Timmy Two Wires? Them jack stands, boy. I'm telling you what, bro. Telling you what. Them jack stands always be getting people. Timmy Two Wires, $10 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Put that money towards the NMRA. I got NMRA coming up in 2 weeks. Holy shit. We're going to do some no prep stuff with some NMRA guys. When no prep meets prep, what happens? Well, it is what it is. We're going to have a good time. So what we decided to do earlier in the year, I don't really follow like the NMRA schedules anymore. A lot of things have changed, with the no prep scene and the, being able to kind of throw your own races and stuff, NMRA is still a good race to go to. It's really kind of one of those things that, back in the day, there was Fun Ford Weekend, which we now have Ford Takeover, which kind of is the same thing now. So big shout to Caleb and Foxcast, because that's really what happened. It's like you got Fun Ford Weekend, it's gone. And now you have it in like Ford Takeover, like version of it. It's kind of like the same thing. So if there's anything I can do to help Ford Takeover grow, definitely something that I want to do. Anyways, but NMRA in Brandon, is it Bradenton? I think it's in Florida, and in Norwalk, Ohio, which is where we came in the north here. There was stick shift. There was always Tremec and McLeod's, running, our two sponsors here on the channel, always running their thing. You see what I'm saying? So, we decided, I'm very humbled to be part of the Tremec crowd, and very humbled to be a McLeod sponsor too. So we had mentioned in Norwalk, because I went to watch Danny Watts race at the stick shift shootout, which he lost his balancer. That's a whole debacle. I want you guys to check that out if you don't know. We all decided to meet in Bowling Green. So I think Skylar Hardy, myself, Jeff Smith, and Danny Watts, that are all currently sponsors with Tremec, we're all going to meet at the show, and we encourage everybody that wants to stick shift race to come down and race with us. So it's going to be a good time. I'm going to be doing some pretty big changes here in the next 2 weeks. Collaborated with AGP Turbo. He's actually building me a custom turbo for the white car. Everybody keeps telling me your shit's too small, and I'm just like, well, you're probably right. It's built that way. But big cubic inch versus, small turbo spool fast. But, since we put the scramble on, we figure we can probably pull another 150 horsepower out of that button. So yeah, I think it would be cool to, to qualify King of the Street top 8 as a stick shift car, and kind of represent myself in the brand there. I don't think I'm going to sandbag anything. What I mean by sandbagging is, a lot of folks that go to that, like stick shift event. I mean, everybody knows kind of what goes on with the stick shift shootout stuff. And, it is what it is. It's the rules, and whoever plays by them, it is what it is. But I think I'm just going to I haven't really had a lot of time on my QuickTime Pro, so I'm not going to run as fast as my slicks would. At least don't think I will. But we're going to run it out with a bigger turbo and a different tune and a scramble button. We're going to see if we can get our, QTPs to do what our slicks do, and then see if maybe we can qualify for a King of the Street. I mean, we'll qualify naturally for the stick shift shootout, but if my average is probably going to be in the mid-low 9s, I hope. That's what I'm shooting for. And then we're just going to run it out, and whatever happens, happens. But, I'm just there to represent, you know what I mean? Have a good time with my stick shift friends, and it is what it is. But anyways, let me get back to the chat here, guys. I'd like to send my 302 over your guy and have him build it. Okay, so there's 2 people involved now at the dyno shop. It's Kevin Cragen, who's the owner of the dyno shop and the dyno. He also does quite a bit of machine works. He's very familiar. He's got probably one of the best, motor builders in Ohio. So, definitely would, hook you up with Steve-O, and I'm not sure what's happening with, Dave and Kevin as far as the machine shop's working, but I know that's where Dave's headed to start building a lot of really nice race engines. He's just basically rebuilding Lamar's engine right now for us because it's something that I asked him to do as a friend. It's not really his forte to build stock engines anymore. He's kind of into like the 408, the Coyote, the LS stuff. He's kind of into like the upper level, racing engines type stuff. So he did rebuild my 408, 410, and he rebuilt my 363. So definitely trust him. Super Dave, man, I appreciate the $20 super sticker. Always come through for me, man. I appreciate you donating to the channel once again. Super Dave hit me up with a 50 last week, man. I helped me ship out some of the banners. So I thank you so much, Dave, for what you do for us here on the channel. Tom Kurtz, I have a bent frame on my 87. I live in Maryland. Would you recommend I get it straightened? Absolutely. Listen, my cousin Fred, actually, we did a Stifler video where the subframes, the full length subframes, actually helped get his car straighter. So if you can get those guys to kind of straighten up the frame and weld in maybe some subframes while they're at it, maybe that might be something that you can do. Race Life, you see that north versus south stick shift event in March? Yeah, I had talked. So how that all kind of came about, as Vito Mike, he and I talk. I've been friends with him for a long time. He's a follower here on the channel, or he's been a member of the channel for a long time. And, we always knew who, everybody was, and kind of in the stick shift genre, you kind of know the people, you get a name for yourself when you're racing or whatever. So I had actually mentioned something to Mike about a week or so ago. And I said, listen, I'd like to take the white car south during the winter in no prep race with my lady. I would, take her on a little bit of a, like a getaway, get away from all the madness for half a week, maybe come down, get an Airbnb. And I was like, hey, I'll haul the trailer with me. And, I'll do a little bit of racing with you guys. If you set something up, or if there's an event coming up, because apparently like Florida races year round, and that's where he's located at. So they all race year round down there. And I think they shut down in the summer because it's really hot. I don't know. It's a different schedule than what we have up here in the north. We'll be under, 2 feet of snow. I'll hook the damn trailer up and bring the white car, down there to, Florida area and race with those guys for a race. That's kind of how it all started. And I think Mike had said, hey, well, why don't we just go ahead and, set up a race? And I'm just like, shit, I don't know what you got in mind. You know what I mean? So, he came up with the north versus south thing. And as we're going to, we'll see maybe if we can get something to happen. I know that right off the bat, I had already talked to a couple of guys that had met, I've been getting blowed up on my phone over here. And I'm not sure if they were going to want to go to Orlando. If we did like a north versus south, I think that I had a couple of them mention, hey, well, why don't we just do it at like a neutral place in the middle of it? So I was just like, well, what about Ford Takeover? I mean, that's an option. I mean, I'd have to talk to Caleb. That's his event, but it had to be like an invite only thing. I don't know. Could be something, could be not something. I don't know what you guys think. We'll talk about it. We'll definitely make some rules and talk about it for sure. I think it'd be pretty exciting. What up, KPP? What up, Nick Larson? Love your channel, man. I appreciate that, Robert. Thanks for following. I had an 86 for Fox 10 years ago, and I've been kicking myself in the butt ever since. Now my brother has an 85 vert, and I did a full engine rebuild on it. I tell you what, man, the Fox body itch is real, bro. What's up, Shelby County? Shelby County 5.0. Turbo Squatch. Wild Turkey no prep the weekend of Thanksgiving. Okay. What's good, Timmy Webb? What's happening? Hey, Dan, I'm one of McBride's students. I have the SN95 myself. I love watching your no prep videos, man. I appreciate that. So we actually ended up, Steve McBride Sr. ended up sending a couple guys over. There was like this group of six guys that walked up and they're like, yo, man, what's happening? And I'm just like, we had talked, and I figured they were people that followed the channel anyways. He's like, we're McBride students. And I'm like, I took a picture and sent it to him. It was really cool. I was like, yeah, he updated the cage in this white car. And, he did all the stuff on the Trooper Coupe, which if you guys follow the channel, and he did a bunch of shit. Him and Junior did a bunch of shit with Sambita's car. So we sat there and chit chatted for a little bit. It was really cool to meet those guys. So I appreciate you guys coming over and introducing yourself. Neo, what wideband do you run? AEM. I have 2 innovated Y bands, MTX ones. LC2. Which one would you run on a boosted application? So there's a specific AEM one I run. I can't remember the damn part number offhand. I ran the cheaper one, and it's actually on my white car. I put it on my white car because the black faced one that I have on my dad's car is the one that I need to run. It's more accurate. I don't know how to explain it. I just did a bunch of research on it. We could get some glittery goodness for that kind of an event. I know the boys get the itch in the winter, so that's for sure, bro. Yeah, NTK sensors are, yeah, I heard they're pretty good. My Bosch one keeps screwing up on me. So you're talking Jason. So if we did a north versus south, we definitely would want to contact Lizer and Mike, and maybe talk about maybe stripper glitter running it. That's what they do, guys. I mean, I keep telling you guys on the channel, I know some of you guys don't race and you're not interested in it or whatever. And, I do the budget stuff. I do the stock stuff 100%. I mean, that's, Fox Bodies is what I do every day. Fox Bodies is my life. So we do it all. No prep stuff is kind of give me a place to play with some of the cars that I have, with the horsepower and have a little bit of fun with some stick shift friends that are like-minded, Fox Body or just stick shift in general. I mean, we're talking GM, we're talking all-wheel drive, we're talking all that shit. I don't hate on nobody's stick shift car. You know what I mean? Go A to B. It's hard enough to build the damn thing and make it go A to B in 5 seconds, let alone, be competitive. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of a different brand. So, anyways, I don't know where more I'm going with that. Oh, so stripper glitter, to be honest with you guys, with the D team stuff and what they do up here in Ohio, I mean, we're literally sitting right in the mecca of that shit. And it's so nice because I can actually, that's exactly what we did with the T56 Magnum this year. It made it easy for me because they had already had the schedule rolling. All I had to do was get permission to, piggyback on their, their schedule and create a point series. So they do most of the work. All I got to do is make sure that these people are accountable for all their points. And then I give some cool shit away at the end of the year. So definitely pushing a lot of stick shift money on the pot stuff next year. I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, small tire, I'm not taking nothing from small tire. Absolutely amazing. Love watching small tire. The shit is literally so competitive. It's so fun to watch. Hard tire, big tire, all of that stuff is fun to watch. But definitely would like to see, hard tire and stick shift, the two niche classes, kind of start getting more money in the pot so more people could get involved with it. And that way, if they win, if there's 6 or 7 cars, you're not just winning $500 or $600, you're winning, 1,500 or whatever. I'd love to see more money go on some of the other classes, but small tire, definitely don't want to take nothing from them. Those guys are out there busting their ass, bro. Trying to make every horsepower and every traction, not control, but every traction work for them. So I know what those cars run, and they're fast. So, finally, okay. So finally have a full exhaust system on an 87 Shorty H-pipe Jones bore with Flowmasters. That's cool. So Brutal did a video that actually did really well. He bought like the cheapest mufflers, and I think those were Jones's ones, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's here in the chat, but how fast can we get a stick in my car? I'll go to Florida. I mean, you got the transmission. You just need to find the pedals. You got to figure out your pedal situation. I mean, your car would do really well with stick shift, and I think you would have a great time, win or lose, Steve. I'm going to be honest with you. I know what most of the people run in our stick shift class, and ain't none of it slow, and your car ain't going to be either. So, I mean, you go this part. Let me take, for instance, this past weekend. Some bitch. I went to Pacemakers. I had made a really good pass at Quaker, and I'm like, all right, we weren't even on scramble. I'm like, cool, this shit's gonna work. I got what I did to the heads, and it's kind of nice when you build your car and you get your car, you get motivated, you do what you do. I mean, 2 weeks of busting my ass on those stupid heads, busting knuckles and making sure you're spending money, and then have it to come together like it did last week. I just didn't feel like I could be beat last weekend at Quaker. I was confident. The car was hooking. The car was happy. It was making power. Went to Pacemakers, first damn round. I mean, all 7 people that were in, I don't know one of the guys that showed up. I think I've seen him before. I've seen that car before, so I wasn't sure what he ran, but like everybody was a hitter that was there at Pacemakers this weekend. And there was only like 700 to win or 800 to win or something like that. So it wasn't a whole lot of money, but everybody was points people, and that were at the top 5. So everybody was fast. And it's just like, I drew Tyler Garlock early, and everybody knows Tyler's fastest boy. And it's just like, it was a good race, but he still beat me by a car. I was on his bumper. I didn't even hit the scramble. I was just like, his car just backdoored like 136, 138, 140. I don't even know what it was. It was a lot, but it was good stuff. Would you ever carb 351 or auto trans? So this is the comment that I got, I think, in one of my last videos. No, I used to have a car. I mean, I carbureted for a long time. I'm definitely interested in revisiting on an E85 setup, like a big cube carbureted type setup on nitrous. Maybe one day. We do have a C4, and we have a 4R70W at a shop right now that's getting, or actually at AOD getting converted over. Not currently getting it done right now, so I'm not going to put that in a car anytime soon. But I'm not really an automatic carbureted type of, I'm not interested much in that anymore. But that's not saying that I'm not going to revisit it in a year. So it's definitely something I would want to do. If you race or you don't, the D team events have some good stuff for everyone. That's right. You keep good environments. You're 100% right. I mean, they were on a skeleton crew this past weekend, and it did wonderful. Chris Lane had the light on his forehead. He got this little, it worked flawless. It was perfect. It was perfect. Like he drew people into the lanes, and then he put his hand behind his back, and then he just went off the light of his beams. It was pretty dope. He did a really good job. Hey, Dan, do you run the vac line on your fuel pressure regulator, or you just set the pressure and drive it? Oh, you definitely run the vacuum line. Someone say no prep. Yeah. So there's some talk right now, Gabe, that we're going to possibly north versus south type thing. I don't know. It's going to be kind of a collaboration of like a bunch of people. So it's not going to just be, we'll figure it out. Would you ever carburate? Do you just ask this question? Am I allergic to them? No. Just need a bell housing, clutch, and pedals. So you just need a SBF bell housing. Is your transmission, is it a Magnum style, or is it a regular Cobra style T56? Because the Cobra one has the 9 o'clock fork, and the other one has a 7 o'clock fork. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Roy? It's good to see you. Ain't seen you in a while. What's up, Paul? Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. McBride Racing is in Northeast Ohio with me. He's about 30 minutes from us. Gabe and Tyler are a must. Wait, what did he say? Gabe and Tyler are a must on it. Well, see, Gabe's from Tennessee, so he's technically, I think he's considered South, bro. Is there anything I should consider when upgrading to aftermarket seats for stick shift racing? Yeah, Kirkies. I didn't like him at first either, but we ran the Team Z brackets, which I did on the channel, did a small video about them. Real easy. Aluminum brackets, super light. You just set where we wanted to set it. And yeah, I mean, we just went with a Kirky 17.5, 18, whatever fits. Make sure you get the pad. I mean, it's not that bad. I put the brace on the back with the with the cage on the crossbar. So that helped out a lot. So what's the plans for Bowling Green? Okay, so we're gonna, if Ben at AGP gets me the turbo the next few days, which he said he's building it should be in the mail, whatever, then we're gonna try to fit it on the white car. We might have to switch the hoods because I'm not cutting that hood up, but I do have a hood that's similar to that I'll saw up if I have to, and then we'll just run the pipe out the hood. That way, because I was always interested to see what would happen if, like, I put a bigger turbo on and I got rid of my exhaust, because I got a 4-inch aluminum exhaust that goes all the way in the back, but I don't want to two-step it much because the flames come out pretty good, and then my tank's right there, so it's not exactly ideal. There's a lot of things in my white car that's not perfect, but I've always wanted to just do a simple bigger turbo and just 4-inch right out the hood, even though I don't like that. It is what it is. And just monkey with it. And I think NMRA is a perfect place to do that. Anyways, we're going to leave probably Thursday night. early Friday morning-ish and get there around noon or so, around lunchtime or whatever. And I know that Friday they're doing like a test and tune or some shit. So I'll be able to, test and tune on my QTPs that I borrowed from my buddy Mike. So we'll have a good time. T56 Magnum F, maybe same as Joe's, I think. You'll have to come and look at it. I couldn't tell you a thing about it other than it requires a clutch. Yeah, I'll have to look at it. See, that's pretty cool. So you can get a hold of Steve McBride on don't put your cell phone in here, just your Instagram. I think you're on Instagram and Facebook. Just look him up. It's pretty easy. Me and cousin Tom are excited to meet you. Yeah, for sure, Lamar. So we got, like I said, we should have the engine. We will have the engine done and in the back of the truck so we can transfer it. Like we could probably go tailgate to tailgate and just slide it over, Lamar, without actually having to, bring a actual like engine puller, which would help a lot. Or just get 6 or 8 guys just to pick it up and put it on each truck. How big of a turbo are you going? He said he's building me an 8782 specific for the car on the build. So it's not much bigger. It's the next step or two up. It's not a big turbo. It's still, it's still going to work pretty well. I hope so. I think I'm allergic to automatics because a few days ago I just blew out my 3rd stock AOD. Here we go. That's funny. Yeah, hit that thumbs up, guys. David Smith, is there anything I should consider when upgrading? Okay. Oh, I just answered that. So anyways, what else were we talking about? 387. Now we just released the video this past week with the 387. And I think it was the reason what marked that video up is the fact that there was a couple people in the comments was just like, it's like, they were asking, what did you do here? What did you do here? And I kind of figured I would do an update video because I just pulled it out to go get the piston, the valve clearance set. Now we're going to actually do that. I'm going to have that video for you guys this week, but that's pretty much the only thing we were, waiting on. And Dave's super busy. He's finishing Lamar's engine. He's doing some work for me. And then he's got a bunch of work as his own stuff. So, he's a one-man band over there at the machine shop, and he's a one-man band with engine building. So, I can't just say, hey, I need to do this right now. So we decided to do it, the piston, the valve clearance videos, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're looking at. And to be honest with you, I talked to TrickFlow. TrickFlow's got a single plane. We're going to do the EFI Spider style intake on this build. We wanted to do it cheaper because it's the 387. It's supposed to be budget, but you can't really do a budget upper lower intake. Everybody all knows that. So, I didn't want to do the truck intake with something adapter, and I didn't want to pay $800 for a lower 351 GT40. So for like $350, I can get the rails and a injector style lower intake and then I had to buy the elbow. You know what I mean? So we'll just run the elbow on it. That's the cheapest we can do, I guess. I don't know. That somebody else has some other suggestions. I definitely would run a GT40 and not give a shit. But another suggestion that I had, and I thought this was actually a really good idea, is I think I got a set of, I know it's kind of a pain in the ass, but what we could do is I could run the motor NA just to see what it does on the dyno and kind of break it in NA. It'd be a loud header. I wouldn't build a whole exhaust for it because it's not going to be NA very long. But I know people, I talked about it, putting it in the black car. We're putting it in the black car soon. It's going to be kind of more of the winter-ish project to give us something to do. And then to kind of shake it down, naturally aspirate it on the dyno just to get a kind of idea, tune it, what it's going to look like. And then we'll put it's not that hard to put a turbo kit on it at that point. But I do have some headers that I could put in there. And, this is still on a stock computer and harness, so it would still be in binary editor. So I'd still need to mess with O2s and stuff. So I got to make sure I have some room for that. Outgrowing those 78, 75s, you're damn right. So, I got that 76, 75 that I'm probably going to sell. You remember that one that we just got fixed, that ball bearing one. So we're hoping, what do you say? So do you ever measure piston and valve clearance? How big of the cam did you want to go? So the cam's like a 542 lift or whatever. So it's not that high. It doesn't have, it should be fine. I have the opportunity of getting a 460 40 over, so 468. What's the downfall of this in a stick car? Weight. It's pretty heavy. 460 is badass. So you put some good cylinder heads on it. You put a good cam in it. I mean, you could rock with a big shot of nitrous and never break the damn thing. I mean, the motor's like bulletproof till, I mean, I wouldn't say bulletproof, but you could put some power to a 460. Good luck getting the trick flow back order next year, at least. Trick flow or EFI. You're talking about the single plane? I'm talking about the carbureted style intake. Like they don't have any 351s. Even being a dealer, and they're not really a sponsor yet on the channel. They're interested in being part of that, which I'm super humble to be part of. But I mean, I know that we're in talks about some high ports for the 363. But to be honest with you, they don't have any EFI like Box R. They have uppers. I can tell you guys that. They just don't have any lowers. And the reason why Trick Flow doesn't have any lowers right now is because they're redoing their molds. So to give you guys an idea, they had to redo their molds. So that's the back order. Kind of like I think where Dart's at when Dart's Foundry, is that right? Dart's Foundry burned up or something, and then they had to redo like the molds and stuff, whatever. So I think I know the single plane one, the EFI style single plane one, I don't think they are on too much of a back order on that, Gabe. Are you looking for that? I just dropped in a new Tremec T5, hard to put in reverse. The old trick for stick shift is put it in fourth, then put it in reverse, or put it in third and put it in reverse. It synchronizes over better. But that's probably has something to do. If it's a new T5, it might have something to do with your clutch adjustment for sure. What up, Fat Boy Fox in the house? Good to see you, bro. Twin turbo, the 460. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, so that's the plan. I talked to my buddy Harold this past week, Trick Flow, the Trick Flow guy. And he told me kind of the gist of what's going on with the intakes because I wanted to buy an intake for the 387. And I talked to him about, the possibility of Trick Flow being the cylinder head that we put on the 363 that we're putting in the coupe. So, I kind of, the AFR 58 chamber CC heads that are on the 363 behind us in the black car just aren't efficient for that motor. And I think the high ports with the big turbo kit and the turbo that's being built now, I think the car would be, super awesome. I'm holding on to my Lightning 351. I mean, you can go ahead and send it on over, brother. And then we'll just be like, we'll just borrow it for a little bit. Yes, both carb style EFI 8.2 deck and 9.5. You talking about the lowers, yeah. I'll get with you soon, Gabe. I'll talk to you offline about that. Lamar, we want big single, but we don't know what RPM drop would affect. Yeah, it's not a motor that you have to rev out. It'll just make a shit ton of torque. You know what I mean? It'll do what it's got to do, brother. But that's where we're at with the 387 for sure. We're we'll finish I know we talked about the piston and valve thing, whatever. I want to do that officially with Dave at the machine shop, so you guys get kind of an official, professional, opinion about it instead of me just doing it here. It's not that difficult. And then we'll get it back in here and spray paint it all up and whatever. Get it dropped in the black car. Because you forget, we got, like I said, we got an axle issue with the black car. We want to fix that really quick. That's going to take some time. That's going to be in our videos. Because, I mean, I need the car to be rolling. I want to take one engine out and then put the other engine out. Or you put the other engine back in right behind it. You know what I mean? I don't want it sitting empty on jack stands and shit for months. But, oh, shit. Hanlon been a member for 24 months. I appreciate the 2 years, brother. I put a new T5 in my 94 close ratio. Same thing. Have to put it in fit and then reverse. My old T5 had a big O-ring that broke. Fox 408, what happened? What did Timmy Webb say? Did I miss something? Looking, okay, so Holly. So you're looking for the Holly one. 347 stroker 95. What EFI system would you try using? Would you using trying to ditch my quarter horse? Probably just go straight to a Terminator X. I know there's a couple adapters out there that do that stuff, but probably just wire up a Terminator X and be done with it. I mean, there's some good, if I remember correctly, 95 GT. I mean, isn't that the T4MO computer? That's a pretty tunable computer. In the shop, spray painting, listening to you guys. Make sure you put a mask on. Damn. So what else? So that's where we're at. I really want to finish this engine. Like I mean, I think the 387 was probably one of the most interesting things that I've ever brought to the channel because I don't think anybody else did that engine for the most part. Well, there's a guy here on the channel, Kyle Dennis, that actually follows us on the channel that's actually done pretty well with this car with that same exact build. And he showed me pictures and everything. So I would like to at one point try to get a little bit more information on what he did with it and show some of his stuff off. But I think it would be really cool to, once we got the engine down, I got the 80-pound injectors. I can tune fuel out. It's not a big deal. We could run it naturally aspirated to get it broken just to see what the damn thing makes on the dyno. And then we could bring it home and boost it and get the black car back to kind of where it was at now. You know what I mean? Because we're not expecting to make a whole bunch of horsepower, but I want to make just enough horsepower on the black car to consider street and get enough trouble on the street with it, you know, have a little fun with it. I mean, we don't need to make 800,000 horsepower, but I'm pretty sure that even with a small turbo, little cheap 78, 75 that we got here on the channel with the On3 one, pretty sure we could probably make 650 pretty safely with good timing and fuel. It would still be E85 though. So, I mean, that car's already set up for E85. I'm not changing the fuel system. Just want to fix the axle and drop this new motor in and do some cool shit with it. Oxford White, hail to the Yale. Roy, would it be better to have a set of 60? Yeah, you asked this earlier, Roy. I'm sorry I missed it. Would it be better to have a set of 65 289 hypo heads with high compression but less flow, or a set of E7s with less compression? So if you could find a set of GT40s, like I'm about to actually sell a set of GT40s soon, like this week soon. These are the ones that were O-ringed and they were like screwed up that we got from the swap meet. You guys remember I got them for like $100. Well, we welded that shit up. That we didn't just throw them away, man. 90% of the comments I got was just throw that shit in the garbage. And I'm like, no. We're going to try to fix these. So we actually fixed these heads, and he cut the O-ring out of them. He cut the intake to match. So you're going to have to run like a 1262R, but he put my old Beehive springs from my AFR heads that I just took off the white car, and he seated the shit out of them. So those heads are going to be pretty badass for anybody that's interested in doing some sort of like cast iron, high compression, like stock motor shit. You know, it's going to be crazy because I mean, it's going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if those cylinder heads were like 62 or 50, 52, 54 cc chambered heads. It's crazy. He had to cut the O-ring out of it, so he had to cut it down quite a bit. You going to come check this thing out on Wednesday? I don't know. I'm definitely racing Wednesday for sure, Steve-O. We're going to make a good solid hit on scramble maybe. And then we're going to take the slicks off, and then we're going to put the QTPs on because I got to get ready for NMRA. I got to order a parachute. I know everyone's like, you should have had a parachute anyway. I had no problem stopping. Anyway, I got to order a parachute. I got to get my horn working. I got to order a battery cutoff switch. Not a big deal. I got to update my belts, which I have another set of belts brand new over there. I got them for $50 on Scratch and Dent at Summit Racing. But yeah. Hell yeah, Jesse. I appreciate it. Really enjoy the videos and the live chats. Keep up the great work. Yeah, Jesse, been a member for 8 months. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You out, Lamar? Hi, Dan. Remember my project's a 2.3 8-plug notch? I added turbo cam and porting heads today, the 90 horsepower original. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah. You're damn right. See, I'm putting that big ass turbo on there. I'm talking all that shit right now. And I can stop just fine. Just got turned into stop. So I don't know. We'll have a good time. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I said, I'm going to NMRA, and you know, we're gonna. There's not really I can't say there's not money on it. For those guys, if you're here in the chat and you're interested in going to NMRA to actually stick shift race, I'm going to tell you this now, and I haven't actually promoted this at all on any of my channels. Tremick and McLeod, 100%. They said what they said at Norwalk. Okay, pay attention. Are giving $1,000 cash each. So there's $2,000 to be won at NMRA next weekend in the stick shift shootout if you are running a transmission, Tremick transmission, or a variance of, like a faceplate, and if you're running a McLeod clutch. I said what I said. Let that sink in. $2,000 on top of the actual prizes that are part of the promotion of the event. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's a clutch and certificates or whatever. I think McLeod does the $1,300. I think they do the RXTHD as a win. If you win stick shift shootout, you have a Tremick and a McLeod clutch, you are to collect 1,000 from Tremick and 1,000 from McLeod. And I think the McLeod one has to be a McLeod. Yeah, you have to get with Bob on that one when he's there next weekend. But they said what they said at Norwalk. This is something that I've been kind of waiting to surprise you guys with. I know I'm going to talk about it a lot on Facebook, and I'm going to try to talk on Instagram and try to get you guys to be interested in that. But just saying, it is what it is. Just so you know. Is that Jeff S. from Florida? Is that who I think it is? So if you win again, and I can say this, I've already confirmed it with Mike Kidd from Tremick, and I'm pretty sure it's fine with Bob Scheid with McLeod. If you win and you have a McLeod clutch, you get $1,000. If you win and have a Tremick, you get $1,000. Said what it said. Share it up, copy down, paste it, write it down, do whatever you want. On top, I'm pretty sure that's on top now. I said that was on top of the natural. I think that's on top of the actual prize for winning. But don't hold me accountable to that. But I'm pretty sure it is. I said what I said. Anyway, I've been waiting to say that for like 6 months, but I wanted to confirm it. I confirmed it last weekend, but we'd been racing, getting ready for pacemakers the past weekend, and I was supposed to be, my mother and father celebrated their 50th anniversary today. So I was going to actually double race this weekend. I was going to go up to upstate New York and race with some of the all-wheel drive guys that we race with and kind of represent the upstate New York no prep. I was really excited to go race with that, but my girlfriend and my sister had been planning this 50th year anniversary today. And, I'm definitely not going to go if my mom and dad, I'm not going to miss my mom and dad's anniversary. So big shout out to my mom and dad, 50 years, man. Hell to the, I'm getting old. I'm going to find you and shake your hand, man. I appreciate that, Jeff. So, I'm really hoping that, I'm going down to NMRA to have a little bit of fun. Like I said here, it's in the thumbnail. Definitely going to have some good times. There to watch my buddy Dan Watts. I know you're listening. You get your shit off the jack stands, bro. I know you got John sitting in there right now, bolting down some heads or some shit. And the storm's coming, man. The storm's coming. Let's ride. So, yeah, I'm really excited. A lot of people coming to that. I'm hoping to see some good stick shift racing for sure. Good single digit stick shift racing. So, yeah, I've been meaning to say that. I should have just put that in the thumbnail. Like, I got a surprise for y'all. Yeah, I appreciate that, Gabe. It's a feat, man, for sure. What up, Barbecue 50? You telling me, Jesse? Shit, I'm divorced. I know. Marriage ain't easy. So, let's see what I got in here. How far are we in? We're about 45 minutes in. I think I got a couple banners. I'm trying to remember what I got. I'm supposed to get a bunch more. Mike's supposed to hook us up from Tremick. Supposed to give us another stack of banners to give away. I'm probably going to get some from McLeod, I hope. Maybe Bob can hook me up. Maybe get some from, I don't know if Stifler's going to be there. I'm pretty sure they will. Hollyfest is kind of a big one. It's the last one of the year. So it's kind of a big deal down in Kentucky. So, but yeah, we'll give away. Let's see what we got actually. Y'all can't have a game member. Don't even ask. Might be trading this game member in for a Godzilla one. Y'all have to stick around for that. Got so much shit going on in the channel, I can't even keep up. I do have a Stifler's one from Tom Clark. Y'all want that one? I'm telling you what, I got a video coming up with Stifler's. I'm going to be shooting that video this week or this weekend. So we'll give that one away. Well, we got one more of. Well, we got two. I think it's just one. I think this is McLeod, to be honest. It might be Tremix, though. Trying to read this shit while I do this. Them Jack stands get greedy. Like, Neo Funky is going to be there. Okay. Hold on. I didn't say go for it yet, bro. Oh, so we do got another Tremix one left. I sent one to Super Dave. I thought I only had one left. So I got a Tremix one to give away as well. So we'll be giving away Stiflers and a Tremix banner. It's a little bit of shop swag. I do have. What is this? I don't even know what this is, bros. Oh. So I got a couple. I got a couple torque box reinforcement sets I need to start giving away. One of these is from McBride Racing. Big shout to McBride. He ended up giving me back the Fox Days of Christmas torque box reinforcements that he won because he's going to do the Team Z stuff. So we'll be giving those away soon. Shit. Got one of them too. Got some stuff to give away on the channel soon. Got an Anderson. This is straight from Donnie B. Big shout to Donnie B. He gave us a methanol kit, water meth kit. So I got a couple cool things to give away, plus banners. Damn, banners are like $10 a piece to freaking ship. But that's okay. It's for y'all. If anyone sees a good used RXT 12, got to stay within the themes of the car, being all used parts. For sure. RXT 12, baby. I got to quit. I got quite a wish list on NMR. Yeah. I do a lot of stuff with NPD too. But it is what it is. Anyways, what else we got going on here? What was I going to put in the... So the racing struggles. Let's talk about my race yesterday. So 387, piston to valve, just like the video showed. I got a call in. Supposed to get a call tomorrow or Tuesday about the lower intake EFI for it. If I could seal the motor up and get it painted and clean, push rod length's going to happen same time that piston to valve happens. So I'll be able to get the push rods from Trickflow at the same time. We'll be able to set valve lash and all that shit. So 387 is going to come, it's going to come to the channel quick. We'll get the 363 out and the turbo kit, get it on the stand, and then yeah, it's going to be quick, man. It's going to, it's going to be some good content. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah. So the racing struggles. So like I said, yesterday we went to pacemakers and I had to pull, I got pulled first round with my buddy Tyler Garlock. So big shout to my buddy Tyler Garlock for his win, and big shout to Chris Markham too, man. He's got that GM LS, big turbo stick shift car. I mean, he's come a long way with that car, and I'm proud of him. He's doing really well with it. So he got into the finals with he went into the finals with Tyler. It was a good time. Let me see if I can find this. This was so I did get footage of the whole event. Yeah, I'll show this one here. 18415. So this was my buddy Chris just talking about the GM, and he's racing John Kinter. John's been having a little bit of issue with his clutch lately. Naturally aspirated right lane, naturally aspirated 347, dude. Guy goes rounds. He's actually in contention for the T56 giveaway. He shows up at every race for the most part. And he's a seasoned stick shift racer for many, many years. So big shout to John Kinter. It's a great race, but John's having transmission issues. Now squirrely down again. So ended up taking the L, but I know that he said something about his third gear's jammed up. So he's got to take the transmission apart or whatever. But that was like the second round, or that was the second stick shift people in our round one. Chris Markham took the win there. Drove around him with that GM. It's good. It's a good pass. Hell yeah. So I'm trying to see if I can find something else here I want to show. Maybe not, because it's all a shit show here. Anyway, we'll take more. We'll show more later. I didn't really I got a lot on my cell phone, but I don't know where all the draggy stuff went. Torque arm installed. Torque arm getting installed on Friday. Can't wait to have it done. Next is paint and find some big boy front seats. Anybody have any recommendations on seats to sit lower to the floor? So I think they do make seat rails that are like low profile. And I know Team Z has like I said, I talked about it earlier. They actually have they don't have adjustable ones, but they have seat frames that you can do something with. What headers do you run looking for a setup for my 408 with trick flow 194s? What do you mean? What headers do I run? You talking about for my turbo kit? What plugs do you run and long are how are you getting? Okay, so what plugs do you run and how long are you getting out of them? Let's just put it this way. My 408 that we got in the white car, I probably changed the plugs once in 3 years. They weren't that bad, but they were pretty shot. So, Tom Kurtz, do you recommend any body shop in Tennessee area that can straighten the front of my car from an accident? I can't find anyone who will tackle it. I'm really surprised about that. My best guess, Tom, is to maybe get a hold of a fabricator. Maybe somebody like like McBride Racing, the people that I did here, you know, that I worked with here, and they did the Trooper Coupe. You know, they weren't. This wasn't what they did for a living, but is what they were really good at. So that's what they did on the side. So maybe that's something that you might want to find somebody that can maybe have a machine and or access to a machine that can straighten it up and weld it up for sure. Headers on an NA 408 would probably be Cooks. That's what I've ran before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I bolted the Kirkies to stock rails before as well. It's not bad. But so yeah, this past weekend, like I said, I got put on the trailer first round. Tyler Garlock, big shout to him. Put about a car on me. Second round, Cody Hartman. You know, he has the Pro Charge 427 Man of War car, SN95. Really fast car. Everybody's fast. He ended up drawing the bye the first round, and then he ended up racing Tyler second round. And him and Tyler's race was really good. I don't think I actually even have it here, but I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look real quick if you guys want to see it. I don't know if I have it here on my laptop just yet. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. This one. Oh, that's the different one. Yeah, I'll look for it later. Put it in the video. Neo, currently have a Tremec 3550 with a 10 spline input. Currently has a real bad tail shaft vibration and has a bad leak. I was thinking of going TKX. Well, the 10 spline TKX bolt right in. Okay, I want to make something real super clear real quick. You don't really want to order a $3,000 transmission just because of the spline count on a $300 clutch. You probably don't have a $300 clutch. I'm not saying that, but if it's 10 spline, it's probably not. I don't even think they make them RXT in a 10 spline. I think it's all 26. Do yourself a favor. Go with the TKX. I'm going to tell you, I said what I said. TKX is probably the best transmission that Tremec's ever built, shifter-wise. Just shifts amazing. T56 is nice, but the TKX, butter. It's like a T5. I mean, I don't know. I know you guys love I love my T5s. They ship amazing. I don't have no problem with them. Point I'm trying to make is, if you order a transmission and you move from a 3550 10 spline up to a TKX, go ahead and upgrade the damn clutch. Get yourself a 26 spline something. You know, get into, you know, an RXT twin. Don't buy the RST. I don't particularly care too much for the RST. You know, they have an RXT twin that's a street, and then they have the HD that's like 1,200. So there's about $150 difference there. So you can get into an RXT twin and know that. And I don't know, a lot of folks know this. If you wear your clutch out with McLeod, you can send it back and they'll rebuild it for like $500, and it's like, you know, practically brand new. So if you do have an RXT that's not an HD and you want to make it an HD, you send it back and they'll actually upgrade it for $100. They add springs and some extra, I don't know. Don't order one of the biggest transmission swap / stick shift fails I think that could even happen out there is the fact that you order a $3,000 transmission that you're going to be stuck with for however many years or until you sell the car, and you wear clutches out and you switch clutches due to power levels or horsepower gains or, you know, changes, right? So don't order a transmission to fit your clutch. Order a clutch to fit your transmission. I know it's more money, I understand, but, you know, buy once, cry once. Don't do that. I've seen people ask that question before, bro, and definitely don't want to do that. That's a big no-no. So, yeah. Who I got starred up here? I didn't even know who starred up here. Yeah, we got a new member, Nick Larson. Hanlon's been a #1 sponsor on the channel and a member for 24 months. And Jesse Workman, yep, for 8 months. Appreciate you guys. Super Dave, probably one of the one of the most active members on our channel member site. Takes care of us here on the channel. Timmy 2 Wires, appreciate you guys. That's what starred. Sorry about that. I seen something flashing at the top of the screen. Anyways, let's go ahead and give away. Which one do you want to give away? The Stiflers or the Tremec? We're at about an hour. I'm getting tired, boys. Not gonna lie to you. I've been racing. I've been going nonstop this whole damn week, and then I got to get ready for NMRA now and put a damn parachute on the car. Not super happy about that. I think we're going to put the MAF Racing parachute on. So I'm going to get a hold of Timmy Flanders and see if you guys don't know who he is. He owns MAF Racing. He's actually donated to the channel before. He donated some shit to Fox Days of Christmas, and I thought that was really cool. So which one do you want to give away? The Tremec one? We'll give away Stiflers then. All right. So a big shout. You guys all know that, before I give this away, I'm actually doing a video on this shit. But, be honest with y'all, if you're doing a transmission swap, or you got the stock stuff in there, and you'll see why on my black car, why I changed it. This is some stuff that you want to get. This is a loop, and this loop actually attaches to the cross member. You see what I'm saying? Or between the see that? Just like this, between you got the transmission mount, and this goes right underneath of it, or right on top of it. So these are definitely quality shit. And then when you wear the bushings out, they can send you new bushings. This is stuff that we're going to be putting on the black car. And it would, if we still had the T56 in the car, then it would already have them in there. But we have the TKX in there, and that's what it is. So give me a hashtag Stiflers, and let's roll with it. And I'll send that banner out and see if I can get Tom to send me some more. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask him right now. Yeah, Lamar, we're still good on that. So we'll let that run for a second. I think maybe I can get some more from Stiflers. That would be cool. Let me clean up my mess over here real quick. I'll let that run for just a second. Don't spam, please. I don't care that you go in more than once, but don't spam it like 7 times in a row. If I see it, I'll ignore it. I'll try to be fair as I can. Got some zip ties on the ground on you. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let me start from the top. Let me pick this person right here. Okay. Shelby County 5.0. Appreciate you, man. You won the Stiflers, brother. I got to fold it up so I can put it in a damn envelope. This thing is huge. Hell yeah, brother. Congrats. Actually, I'm going to put the white side on. Got to clean it up a little bit. Been sitting for a while because I had one up already. So I didn't put this one up. I think it's the same one, to be honest with you. Hell yeah. All right. We'll do one more, and then we'll talk a little shit, and then we'll leave. Where'd Trump go? I had so many banners, man. It was crazy. So you know how to get a hold of me, right? On my email, neomustangs@hotmail. You hear me, Shelby? Just give me your address so I can send it out. Cool. All right. Anyways, what we got here? So, you guys, we talked about the black turbo car with the 387 and the axle, which we talked about last week too. We did confirm with McBride Racing that we will be doing a video about the issues with the black car. Be honest with you guys, if you're going to build a car in general, if you got an 8.8 in your car, you're about to do a LCA swap, upper control arm, whatever. If you're going to pull your axle out of your car, you need to pay attention in the next video that we're about to put out. We're going to shoot some of that video at McBride Racing. You're going to see why I'm going to push you to do this, because to be honest with you, if I would have just, we were on the dyno earlier this year, messing around with this car on the street, messing around, thank God we didn't take it to the track. I mean, my axle would have been in two pieces, and you'll see why in that video. So there's a couple of videos with the black car I want you guys to pay attention to this week. I have spots available for work, and I'm hunting for a T56 Bell clutch pedals for an 88 T-Bird. So I'm always trying to promote my local businesses. So if you guys are interested, you guys see the shit that we did with the Trooper Coupe, you're interested in McBride's schedule for the winter coming up, and or want to get some of that shit done as far as like upper torque box reinforcements, lower torque box reinforcements, subframe connectors, front tubular, get a custom cage put in, because they fit the Trooper Coupe's cage. It actually fit really well straight out of the box with Team Z, but they did do their own modifications to it to make it even better. So that was a big shout out to them. So thank you so much. How much stronger is it when you weld the tubes in the axle? And you're going to find that out. I mean, we've been beating the shit out of our black car for how many years? And we should have, when we braced it years ago, we should have welded it at the same time. So guess what? We got to turn around and do it again. This is why when I'm all about getting your shit off the jack stands, and I'm all about, I'll do that mod when it's relevant. I get that. But what I should have did when I took the time to brace the axle is I should have welded the tubes, and I didn't. It was stupid of me. Learn from me, man. I'm telling you, learn to pay the guy who's bracing your axle. If you're bracing it yourself, then you already know how to weld. But, pay the guy who's putting the shit together for you to just weld the tubes. He's probably going to do it. They're going to probably do it anyway. But I didn't do it, and I'm that guy. Learn from my mistakes. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, Steve, for dropping in, bro. Say hello to the pops for me. I may know where some pedals are, Steve. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but Gabe Large is on our Facebook. If you guys want to try to coordinate on Facebook, I think it's pretty much the same name. It's Gabe Victoria Large or something like that. So you guys hit each other up, man. I'd like to see you getting a set of pedals. That was something I remember hearing in the late 90s. Yeah, do it once, do it right the first time, or prepare to do it again. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to keep trying to do the banner thing, guys. I know that you guys enjoy that sort of stuff. I mean, there's still $10 to ship, but again, it's just me giving back. This money that we get here on the channel, I mean, that's where that stuff goes. Like the super stickers that I get, It is what it is. Some of the money that we get from monetization, that's what we do. We keep it right here in the channel. I don't pay a truck payment with it. I don't do anything with it. But we do big giveaways. I don't know if you guys in my audience right now or on the channel right now know, but we give away. I think we gave away what we gave away last year, guys? $4,000 in parts. I hit up a bunch of companies 2 years in a row. I mean, we shipped out like 34 items. I think my ship bill was like $950. It was crazy. We shipped out a bunch of shit. No, I didn't drop ship anything. I actually wrapped the item you wanted on the channel and I shipped it to you. You know what I mean? I think we had we had a ram clutch. We had a hydraulic clutch pedal assembly. We had torque box reinforcements, subframe connectors. And that's some of the stuff that we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about that very soon. Matter of fact, I still have the list from last year written all over the side of my desk here. So, I don't think we're going to do the 34 items to give away, but we had, companies like NPD, Stiflers, Ram, McLeod, Team Z. We had everybody involved with it. And it was really cool. They just gave back to the community. I didn't keep any of that stuff. It all went out. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, the pedals came back from big shout to Jason Fields, devoted home group here on the channel. As you guys know, we gave the pedals to Brock McDevitt at Uncaged. And so it went into a foxbody that needed them. So it's pretty cool, man. We're going to be doing that again this year, but I'm not going to be focusing on the amount of gifts, the quality. I'm going to be kind of steering more towards kind of bigger items, maybe like full clutch set, maybe do another pedal set. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what it is. Maybe a converter. That would be kind of cool, like an AOD style converter or just a certificate. I don't necessarily want to give away certificates. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I don't want to give away stuff that you have to actually, maybe it's a bad idea. I don't know. That's why I'm here, to learn and expand my knowledge. I appreciate that, Nick. Hey, Neil, what's your opinion on the BMR torque box reinforcement kit? It's fine. They're pretty much all the same. Like I got the LMR ones back here, the SVE ones. I mean, it's just sheet metal welded together with certain dimensions. It's, one isn't really better than the other. The best torque box reinforcements is the torque boxes that Team Z sells, but then that requires some pretty good professional cut and welding stuff and tigging and stuff. You want that to happen. So what transmission you recommend for an 1800 horsepower Fox? Seriously considering switching over to the winter. I got no guarantees, but thinking hard about it. We talking about stick shift? Because what's up, Rob? Because I don't need to tell you what Janus / I don't know what other transmissions are out there. I don't know. I think Janus transmissions are pretty dope. Super good. If I was to get one build, it would be from them. My buddy Mike Moss and George Foxbody actually roll with one of those badass automatic transmissions. You talking about stick shift though? Yeah, I appreciate that. We don't just sit here like, if you guys understand that, when you see stuff like this, when you see stuff like this in the channel with the stickers and the super chats, and you see the members, the new members joining, whatever, that stuff stays. Like, I know Brutal and Foxcat I can speak on their behalf. That stuff stays on the channel. I mean, and it's like, YouTube gets you don't make as much money on YouTube as you guys think. Like, it's just a little bit. And, it might help, with travel, and it might help, buy some cool car parts to put on the channel that we're going to install. You know what I mean? But it's not what you think it is. And that stuff, I'm very meticulous with keeping whatever I make from YouTube and now Facebook, because Facebook's part of it now too. I'm monetized there. And I'm trying to keep that separated completely so I can do things like giveaways and banners. And, it's just extra money to help with travel and to meet, subscribers and even go to these races. So it's really cool. Stick shift trans. Obviously it'd be a T56, Rob. That's what I would say. A T56 all day. I don't think you need 1800 horsepower because you could come out there. It's funny. I actually said that number this past weekend. I was talking to John Kinter. I was just like, you don't come out here with 1800 horsepower and expect to beat everybody. Now, sure, it'd be a little bit easier because you could pedal your way down the damn track, but go out there and drive on some dirt, and it's not going to be a good day for you. But you might not be able to turn your car down. That's one of the problems that one of my buddy Corey Binks has. Is he makes so much damn power that Thunderbird that he has a 570 tune, and I'm like, dude, that's like his slow tune, and I'm like, but he runs it on radials, and he does really, really well with that car. And big shout out to him. John, I appreciate the $10 super sticker, man. That'll go towards. I'll send that banner out with that. Appreciate you, man. Your knowledge is worth the donations. I appreciate that. I try to give everybody the best advice I can. Just like with Rob just talking, I know Rob's car and it's super sick and super fast. But if he wanted to change the car up a little bit, definitely a T56 mag with maybe an adjustable clutch for him because his car makes so much damn power. You see what I mean? Like he can turn the car down quite a bit, run with I don't know if I'd run with a soft lock, but maybe run with an adjustable style clutch. I know Ram has really good selection of stuff like that. So maybe Pat and Mike could hook you up, but definitely an adjustable with like a tamer. Maybe that car would get down, bro. I'd be afraid to race that car. It's guys like that is exactly the reason why we were building the Trooper Coupe, because we have to just keep up. I mean, stick shift class is getting faster. And I got to get faster or not race. The only problem that I have with I appreciate that, Rob. Keep up the good content. See you soon. Monday is coming fast. You're right. So the only problem I have right now is the fact that, what am I going to put in the front? I mean, I literally just got a message from Kevin over at the dyno that I'm partnered with. And he said, literally, he's like, dude, let's just collaborate and run a Godzilla in the coupe. And I'm like, dude, we're just going to put some, we'll collaborate with TrickFlow. We'll put the 363 is going to come out of the black car anyways, but he literally wants me to put the Godzilla in the coupe. And I'm like, come on, man. It'd be a nice thing to do, but Godzilla, you're talking control pack, you're talking Dominator, just lots of money, versus me putting the 363 with high ports in the coupe and running one of the Terminator X boxes that we have in the back. I'm not really out much money. What about using a slipper clutch? Yeah, for sure. Anyways, probably going to start calling it a day. I'm sorry I got on a little bit late, guys. It's been, like I said, we were celebrating my mom and dad's 50th anniversary today. So big shout out to my mom and dad. And we raced. I don't think we got in until like 2:30 in the morning last night. So I'm just exhausted. It's 4 weeks in a row. And we raced 4 weeks in a row. 500 ways to win. 500 ways to lose in stick shift. And there's only one way to win. And we missed it at Magnolia. We had a good pot at Magnolia. We felt real good about Quaker. I've been waiting for that all year. So we ended up scooping like 500 at Lucky's the week after and 600 at Quaker on a 6-man split. There's a lot of money in the pot. And then last week we got put right on the trailer with Tyler. So big shout out to Tyler, though. Big shout out to Tyler Garlock. His shit was he didn't even have reverse, folks. Like he got his shit on and off the jack stands as fast as he could. He had an all jacked up transmission that he bent the shaft in and broke third and fourth and whatever. So he spent most of the week last week trying to get that transmission back together, literally stabbed the transmission into the car the day before the event and said, hey, I'll be there. So a big shout out to him. Anyways, guys, that's what it's all about. Getting your shit off the jack stands. I mean, I'm not really super excited to take the black car, and disable the black car because it's been running really well with that new turbo that we put on there. And just, screwing around with that little billet 7875 that I got from On3. But, it's going to be time to fix this car up a little bit, do a couple upgrades to it, axle, transmission stuff, and start to put the 387 in. Guys, I'm not screwing around. I'm going to get this 387 in there. I think that's great content. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I'm actually a little bit nervous because I threw the motor together kind of super budget and cheap or whatever. So hopefully something doesn't fail on us and, it doesn't, you guys don't think it's a failure. I mean, it's just put together with extra shit that we had laying around here, whatever. But yeah. Anyways, always enjoy on a Sunday talking some foxbody shit with some foxbody friends, just car guys in general. It's one of my favorite things to do. I wasn't in the mood to You know, it's not that I wasn't in the mood. I was just tired from the weekend. I wasn't going to go live stream, but, you know, we brewed up some coffee and, you know, we hit up the live stream. So I'm super, super proud to be able to, you know, have good members and good, you know, subscribers to hang out with and shit. So Dan Watts, I know you're listening to me, but get shit together. Got less than 2 weeks. We should be already be making some hits right now in Mexico. So I look forward to hearing from him soon. Handling Motorsports, get your shit off the jack stands. I know you got your shit apart too. You should be making hits in Mexico. I'm not calling y'all out. I'm just telling y'all. You know, I see you. I see you. So you guys out there, man, listen. Time, money, family, do your best. Make a list, write it down. You know, we bring content here to the channel. We try to be, you know, motivating, inspirational as best as we can. You know, I do some, you know, pretty wild shit here on the channel. Wait a minute. I didn't give away that Tremec banner. Hashtag Tremec, boy. Real quick. I should save this for next week, but I won't. Hashtag Tremec. While I'm talking shit, y'all hashtag Tremec that. So like I said, you know, you just got to stay motivated, get your shit fixed. Get it off the jack stands, it's broke. Waiting on parts, I get it. But, you know, do what you got to do. You know, I'm pretty excited about what we did this year with the racing. I look forward to doing that again. It's going to be something a little bit different at NMRA, though. Not going to be like the normal, you know, the normal no prep stuff that I'm used to. I'm at the drive 30 miles, which we just did with Quaker, which I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I'll let what's up, Kent McCraney? I see you. I see 650 in the house. Y'all hiding. My fair amount going on jack stands right now, putting everything back in. I'm starting to the first time. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Oh, I didn't even pick one yet. $650. How we doing out there? West Coast. This guy knows his foxbody shit, boys. If you're on the West Coast or close to it and looking for something, looking for a shop, he's your man. Does tuning too. Quite a bit, actually. How many we got left? Make sure you guys here hit that like. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. About to start surgery on the coupe. Oh boy. Hell yeah, Kent. That G body. Woo. All right, let me pick one real quick so we can get out of here. There's not really that many. Mexico is a hell of a drive. No doubt. No doubt. And this person here. Oh, he just joined the channel tonight. Congratulations, Nick. He's a new member too, isn't he? Was that him? Sure was. Look at that shit. Nice, dude. Congratulations, Nick. Appreciate you. All right, got 2 banners to ship out tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. Danny, you were right on my quarter mile. I got one. I told you. I've done this shit a couple times. I should have went on that show Pastime when what's his name ran that 8-second pass on a B cam. Not that that was real or anything, but yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and big shout out to the guys who won the banners. Nick Larson actually just joined the channel tonight. So guys, check out that join button below. Be part of the channel, help do things like we do here on the channel. I appreciate everybody. It's the join button next to the subscribe button. Thank you all that are in green right here. The guys in green in the chat are my channel members. I do talk to them quite a bit in the channel. We have our own like little channel blog or whatever, chat, whatever. So I do talk to them quite a bit. So anyways, I appreciate everybody for stopping in tonight. Big shout out to my man, one more time, Nick Larson, for joining the channel. Timmy Two Wires, thank you for the $10. Super Dave, $20. Appreciate you. Hand the Motorsports, been with us for 2 years at one of the top tiers. Jesse been with us for 8 months. And John Hazucha, thank you so much for what for what you guys do for the channel for us here. So guys, I understand it's, sometimes we don't have time to do shit, just like myself, you want to stay motivated. Sometimes the hardest part of, putting your project together is just getting the first bolt in. Hell, just writing this shit down. I can guarantee you that one of the things that's helped me this past week the most is I actually made a list, which I haven't done in a while. And I said to myself, I need to get this done, this done, this done. Like this week, I got a list already made to stay motivated. Got to do the cutoff switch, got to do the parachute. It is what it is. We got to get the car ready for NMRA because we want to have a little bit of, have a good time there. So I don't want to get teched out when I get there. But guys, I appreciate everybody for showing up tonight. I go live every Sunday night usually Sunday night, pretty often at 8, 7:30, 8:30, sometimes 9 o'clock, sometimes in that area. So I appreciate you guys for stopping in tonight. Be looking for the videos this week. Got a lot of videos to put out. Got some racing stuff that I haven't put out that I'm going to go ahead and get out just to make a video of it. They're a little bit difficult to do because I have to do certain editing and cutting, but I got 3 videos with the black car that we're doing. 2 of them will be pretty easy. I want you guys to pay attention to because they're going to be kind of important. So appreciate everybody for stopping in tonight. Stay motivated. Get your shit off the jack stands. I will see you on Facebook, Neo Mustangs, foxbody Restoration, or I'll see you here on YouTube or both. Have a good night. Stay motivated. Thank you, guys.